Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray and we are here to do a first listen to Taemin Guilty mini album. So I've never done a first listen before because I just started my channel. And I don't really plan to do a lot of music on here, so this will be like the first album listen that I do. I've not heard anything other than Guilty. I found enough time to be able to do the album listen on the same day that I recorded the MV reaction. I don't know when you'll see this, so I might not be able to edit this and put this up on YouTube until much later, but I just to give you context, earlier I've watched the Guilty music video, so I've heard Guilty. Although that video I'll be probably releasing either tomorrow or later this week after I do some editing. It's going to take me a little while. It's taking me a long time to edit, sorry. But what was I going to say? Oh, I am listening to the album same day, but you will probably not get this until later. So honestly, I don't have anything else to say. I just want to watch it. Let's get into it. Or listen to it, actually, not watch. Listen to it. I'll edit it in post if it's not. I really like the melody there. And that dance move he does. Beautiful. I love the strings in this. This whisper is so creepy and haunting and I wonder what's going to be my favorite on this album. Loving You's a Crime. And then he starts rapping. I love when he occasionally dips into his rap bag. Occasionally. Gorgeous. Oh, it's just so heavy. Like, what is that in the back? Bass? Like I said, I'm not a musician, so I don't know all the terms, but is that a bass? That like reverberation and that deep sound? It's like really heavy in the back. Love it. It's so orchestral. I love when he goes really, really orchestral. Ooh, ad-libs so good. Why is all the music Shinee putting out this year really homosexual? It feels really gay. Like, more gay than Shinee usually is. Like, we all know that in K-pop, Shinee is like for the gays. But like this year we've just gotten a lot of really queer like outputs from them. Identity is like the big one from the Heart album. This also is giving me a lot of like queer vibes. I mean, everything does give me queer vibes. It's one of the things that draws me to him and to shinee overall. Like all members of shinee are, you know, kind of pull that. It's interesting. This, yeah, so I didn't have the music video, so I was just listening to the music, and it's the rhythm that really captured me, and then the way he was playing around with the levels. So like, you know, he had that deep, heavy bass kind of in the background, and then his voice would, you know, go into his falsetto, and then you had the contrast between him whispering or being really breathy versus his kind of full, heavier voice. I'm not a musician, so I don't know the terms. Don't come here for that kind of stuff. But like, you know, that feeling that I was talking about. Yeah, and then just so interestingly, I don't know, the "Loving You is a Crime" like really stood out to me. That lyric really stood out to me in this one when I listened to it without the video. Yeah, it's just really, yeah, it feels really very queer. Also love this image of the cover with him biting the pear. But he's not even really biting it. He's like, he has such an oral fixation, y'all. He's like, he's kind of kissing it, but it also kind of looks like something else. Let's all be, we're all adults here, I hope. We know what it looks like he's doing to this fucking pear. It's very suggestive. We all know what he's doing to this pear. And so somehow that's like leading into, you know, the sensuality of this, at the rhythm of Guilty. Like, it's the rhythm that's really getting me, I think. Yeah, no, it was great. I like the song. Hasn't quite beaten out Idea for me, especially the orchestral version of Idea. That is my fucking jam. Still consider that his best title tracks. Yeah, I still consider that his best title track. We'll have to see. Like, I may have to just listen to Guilty more, and then it might, you know, overtake it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Honestly, I'm ready to listen to the Rizzness. I love whenever shinee uses really busted up AAVE. Like whenever they, you know, in their song they use shawty. It's like, boy, you know you don't never say that. But probably that was what the original song, because I'm assuming the original song that he plucked was called The Rizzness, and he kept the name maybe. This is the song that's like the title that got everybody like losing it when they saw it, because it's so goofy, but I kind of love that it's so goofy. But I think this is the song that we hear the music, the instrumental to in one of the teasers, the B-side that's in that teaser, in the trailer, and that beat, the music sounded so good. So I'm really excited to see if that's the Rizzness, because it'd be so funny if the Rizzness is the hardest song on this album, but it has that goofy ass title. We'll see. Sorry about my cackle, but I just find it really hilarious. Sorry, I went over there to pick up my headset, and I have my headset on my ears. So, all right, let's listen to the Rizzness. All right, Taemin, let's go. Can I just hit? Yeah. Oh. That beat is so hard! Oh, he's rapping again. It's the era of Taemin rap. He was rapping in hard too. What? Why is this so hard? Why does... Wait. Why does it about to be the best song on the album? Oh, and then it pulls back? My Rizzness. No, I need to see the lyrics to this. Why does this go so fucking hard, y'all? I knew this was going to eat. When I heard the trailer, the clip in the trailer, I knew it was going to eat. And then it pulls back. Ah! That's hard. Ah! And it's still like heavy and kind of, you know, evocative. Oh, what's this part? Ooh, interesting. And then him just talk. What? Why is he talking like this? Y'all. What do you want to bet that this was the that he was torn between Guilty and the Rizzness as the title track? So good. That was good. No, hold up. That ate. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why was that so good? See, we knew it. We knew the moment we heard that goofy ass title that it was going to be probably the best song on the album. Now, I haven't listened to the rest, so maybe another song will eat too. But we knew the moment we saw that goofy ass title that this was going to be the hardest song on the album. Y'all. That ate. Oh my god. I'm immediately adding that to my playlist, by the way. Oh, it's really short too. It's like only like 2 minutes 53 seconds. Woof. Really short. I prefer longer songs personally, but yeah, I respect it. Oh my god. Yeah, I kind of got to listen to the lyric or read the lyric translation of that. Cause I caught some of it, and then in the bridge or whatever, when he was all like, you know, like why does all his songs just be about fucking? Y'all, that like gagged me. I'm sorry, I'm like still kind of reeling about how good that was. Oh my god, I want to know who produced that. I gotta look that up. Who produced the Rizzness? Oh my goodness. Yeah, but it feels like the kind of song that might have been a title track. I do like that he chose Guilty. Like it's interesting because when I think about a body of work, sorry to get into a kind of tangent. When I think about a body of work for an album, the title track, I know people are like, oh no, the title track has to be the best song on the album. And I'm like, not necessarily, because an album needs to be telling a story. At least that's the way I approach albums, is that are you telling a story and what story are you trying to tell? And I think choosing Guilty was the right choice because of the images that it evoked, the themes that it covered. I think for Taemin, Guilty better embodied what he wanted to say during this era of his life more than probably the Rizzness as a title, as like an entry point for this era. So I think about that when I think about an album and what you release as your leading track versus your B-sides. And at least for me, it should be telling a story. So we go from what this, I have to look at the lyrics. I'm going to save what I think for the lyrics when I actually read them. I don't know if they've been translated yet. Maybe I'll put that in a separate video where I read the lyrics and talk about the themes and all the songs. Yeah, because this will just be a first listen. I'll just keep this as a first listen, and then I'll do like a deep dive analysis of what the lyrics mean, and what it's telling in terms of the story of Guilty, of Taemin's fourth mini album, Korean album. Yeah, we'll leave it there. Honestly, let's hear She Loves Me, She Loves Me Not. Are we gonna get a pivot? Are we gonna get a pivot into like a ballad or a softer song? After like two really emotionally heavy and intense, frenzied songs? We'll see. Let's go. Very whimsical.
She loves me 나 하나 둘씩 시든 꽃잎 멍하니 나
Yeah, very whimsical.
She loves me not 우리의 계절이 바뀌어만 가 새까맣게 타버린 days
Yeah, very popish. I like it.
어둠 속을 헤매는 매일
Oh, and now we have that heavy bass come in to give it some weight, some heft. That heavy bass has been kind of like the, linking item for all three songs so far. Yeah, Shinee's been very hip-hop this year, huh? With Hard and now this. But Taemin loves hip-hop, so he's the one who really wanted to do hip-hop in the interviews that he did before Hard released. Him and Minho. Well, I like that melody. Yeah. That push and pull. His voice is so gorgeous, y'all. I like this. What is that, a guitar? Yeah. That's being plucked. That melody. It's like really subtle in the back. It's nice. Ooh, and this like chorus of like a chorus, like mean a bunch of people singing at the same time. Sorry. Not structure of a song. Interesting. And then back to the guitar. Stripped it down. There's a sense of longing in this, don't you feel? There's like a feeling of longing. And that push and pull. Obviously I haven't read the lyrics, so I'll, read the lyrics and then recontextualize my thoughts. But I think it's interesting that he has this kind of push and pull with the line, the she loves me not, which is kind of that idea of being played around with, which was so, you know, prevalent throughout the lyrics of Guilty. That idea of you never know where you stand, you're being spun around, that idea. So I wonder if that's kind of thematically being pulled through all of these songs. I'll have to see when I listen to the lyrics. It was a good song. It was okay. It was kind of like the song that you would just throw on when you're just vibing, you know? It's not standing out. Definitely the Rizzness so far is the best song on the album for me. I was gagged, even though it's super short and I hate short songs, but I was gagged. So let's hear Not Over You. All right, let's go. Yeah, is this like about a breakup? This album about a breakup or something? Or really, because it's Not Over You, and then Guilty was also like the vibe of like a toxic kind of love. This reminds me of his Japanese stuff, like the melody. Very haunting again. Like, this is so far a really strong, like, mood that he's cultivated for all these songs. Yeah, like these heavy tones that give it like a bass, a heaviness, a weight. It resonates almost like you can feel it in your chest. It's really interesting. Yeah, this part especially reminds me of a lot of his Japanese music. Gorgeous. Nice. I love that. Love pulling it out, just having his vocals. His R&B vibes are so immaculate, y'all. It's like a hybrid of his R&B kind of bass that he, you know, develops as Shinee in his early stuff. Ooh, his deeper register. Ooh. This instrumental is really interesting. That melody is really nice. Ooh, what's that? Like, the instrumental for this song is really great. And then a, you know, soft ending. Yeah, no, his yeah, that felt like yeah, there was parts of it that reminded me of some of his Japanese music, or at least it had that kind of vibe. But also like the really kind of R&B techniques that he was pulling in for this one was really nice. again, it feels like this song makes me, in his teasers, he has some of his teasers are the stuff with him in the institution, and like being a child soldier and being trained and, all that stuff. And then he has some parts of his teasers that are him in that seedy ass motel. This is the song that Not Over You feels like the song that fits that seedy motel vibe, where it's maybe nighttime, it's evening, you've driven all the way out into this desert to go meet with somebody. It's a little bit clandestine. You don't know what you guys are, but it feels good, that kind of vibe. Yeah, and or like if you're driving and it's nighttime, so it's like that vibe of like in the car and the lights from the street are passing by the windshield. That vibe, that's what that song kind of feels like, kind of nighttime cruising vibes. Yeah, interesting. I like it. In terms of ranking so far, it's still the Rizzness, then probably Guilty, and then Not Over You, then She Loves Me, She Loves Me, She Loves Me Not below. It's not like She Loves Me, She Loves Me Not is a bad song. It's just I wasn't. It didn't pull me in as much as the others, I think, so far. Yeah. All right, let's do Night Away. Oh, this is the beginning of the trailer. Okay. Okay. Very, again, dreamy. That kick drum. That's been throughout the songs as well. I think that's a kick drum, right? Very hip hop, like techniques being used this album. I love the way the production for some of these songs have been playing with pulling away the instrumental and just having his voice empty, and then bringing back in the instrumental. Very cohesive album so far. This feels very nostalgic. Does anybody else get that vibe? Like it reminds you of memories. Not Over You and Night Away actually both feel like he's, remembering someone. But this one, the other one felt a little bit more longing. This one feels a more positive, like memory. Like you're thinking of the good times. Oh, that was gorgeous. I love when they harmonize with themselves and they just, record multiple tracks. This is a very sweet song. It feels very sweet. I don't know about the lyrics, but it feels very sweet and sentimental. Ooh, that delay and that echo at the end, nice. Oh, that part when he harmonized with himself, like, ooh, that took me away. I love that. Yeah, no, this feels very like sentimental. Like, She Loves Me, She Loves Me Not also felt very sentimental. And like almost like he was recalling something from his youth. Obviously, a lot of this song a lot of my interpretation of this album is because of the teasers, is because of the trailer and how he's presented the full body of this album. So I think so far it's been a very cohesive album. Like the themes are very strong and they're present in the bulk of this album. And it's a very clear through line in terms of the mood, the vibe, the themes that he's pulling through. Yeah, I really like that. I really like that. All right, we're going to try our last song on the album, Blue. Oh, I guess ranking. Rizzness is the top, definitely the best so far. Guilty. I think I still like Not Over You. And then it's Night Away. And then it's She Loves Me Not. For me. Yeah. That's my ranking so far. Okay? Let's go.
제자리에 맴돌고 주저하던 걸음들도 잃어버린 허리서
Piano.
어두워진 마음들도 계절의 흐름 속 작은 조각이
Yeah, really heavy instrumentals throughout this album. And then his voice is very kind of floating on top. Very, feathery.
짓눌린 마음이 벅차올라
Gorgeous. I love Taemin's voice, y'all. He's a beautiful vocalist.
만들어낸 dream
Like, that's so heavenly and airy and light.
아름다운 내 색깔은 blue 마침내 펼쳐진 낯선 view 이보다 부를 수 없는
Does this remind you guys of an Onu song? Not just because it's called Blue, but I mean like the vibe of it. It's making me think of an Onu song. This would suit his vibe as well.
눈부시게 푸르른 늘 원했던 눈앞에 일그러진 현실도 그보다 아픈 내일도
Yeah, this feels like something Onu would be really, really nice at. I would love to see a cover.
눈앞에 보이는 놓여진 길 위로
Yeah, this is also sweet and sentimental. The first half was very heavy and intense. I'll talk about it after, but
터지던 마음이 벅차
oh, that was gorgeous. That longing, that begging, this.
만들어낸
The way they're using these echoes and these harmonies and ad-libs, really beautiful.
마침내 펼쳐진 낯선 view 이보다 부를 수 없는 늘 원했던 눈앞에 아름다운 색깔은
This is very dreamy. I think it might be because of the echoes that they're using.
시계 드리운 빛을 담은 나만의 blue
Yeah, this is a very sweet song. Sweet sounding song.
빛을 담은 나만의
But
blue
a little bit melancholy, right? Like, you guys get that vibe too, where it feels a little melancholy? Ooh. Sorry, I was about to jump into body rhythm there. We don't need body rhythm right now. Calm down, Shinee. It was so Blue. I really liked that one. It felt like it felt very dreamy, very kind of melancholy though. but very sentimental. What I was gonna say was that the first half of the album felt very heavy and percussive and intense and sensual and sexual. Not exactly violent, but just really intense. Whereas the second half kind of just led us down into a sweet and sentimental kind of end. And it felt very nostalgic, felt very like he was thinking back on a certain time and missing that time. The Not Over You, not just the Not Over You title, but like just the whole vibe of the last, like, 3-4 songs. Three songs or so felt very nostalgic, felt very like reflective, like he was thinking back on a time in his life and kind of missing it, but mourning it at the same time, mourning that it was over. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I felt really strong themes throughout that, even though I haven't read the lyrics, and I will eventually, the themes of the album felt really strong to me, and it feels like a very cohesive kind of release and a very cohesive exploration of Taemin's memory, his thoughts, his emotions. Like, yeah, I really, even though, like, still, so I would say probably my ranking, hold on, let me look at the title list again, 1 second. Yeah, it's going to be the Rizzness. The Rizzness is the best song on the album. Guilty is next. Really like Guilty. Love it. Yeah, it's going to be Not Over You, then Night Away, then Blue. And She Loves Me Not is not a bad song, but it's not one that's pulling me. So I'm going to put that one last, okay? In terms of ranking. Blue and Night Away are kind of actually battling. I really liked Blue. I really liked the vocals in Blue, the vocalization that he was doing in Blue and the harmonies and whatnot. So I almost want to put Blue above Night Away for me. So I want to, maybe those are kind of equal and paired equally for me. Yeah, I'll have to give it more listens. You know, every time I listen to an album, I'll listen to it, I'll have my immediate gut reaction, and then I'll listen to it again, and then my opinions change, and then in a year something happens in my life that makes me, resonate with a different song. Like, that's how I experience music. So, because, people change, and when you change, the way you approach art changes, and the way you interpret art changes. So, but right now, my immediate gut reaction, those are kind of my rankings in terms of the songs. Yeah, no, I really like this release. He always brings it. Like, there has not been a single release from Taemin in terms of, a single, an album, a mini album, that I haven't enjoyed. There's a reason he's my Ultivault, and I just really love the way he approaches his art. 100%. So let me know what you guys think of this album. I'll go ahead and leave it there. I don't know if I'll film a reaction to me doing lyric translation and doing a deep dive. I know I said it earlier, but now I'm like, do I want to do that, or do I want to just kind of sit with it with myself? I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see if you guys are interested in it. My videos are very long. Apparently, I'm going to be releasing 3 40-minute videos. So, I guess it depends on how well they do. I know longer videos don't really do too well, especially for a new channel. So, I don't expect a lot of views for these. And that's not really why I'm doing this channel anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the album. What was your favorite song? And how do you feel about the music video, the release, everything that's been happening with Shinee this year? It's been honestly a lot of fun as a Shawol. I left Shinee World for a while. Not Shinee, I just left Shinee World because you know, it's a fandom, so fandom spaces can become really, you know, toxic and hostile. And so I took a break from K-pop overall. Although I never really left shinee. Like, they're my alts for a reason. I always listen to shinee, and I'll never stop listening to shinee. I'm in this shinee shit for life, you know. But recently, last year, I came back to K-pop spaces and shinee world spaces, and, you know, started being more active in the fandom, or at least my little niche of the fandom. And I've had a mostly good experience this year. We all know what's been happening in shinee world this year. There's been a couple of like flare-ups. It's not been a smooth 15th anniversary, let's say that. But overall, I've been enjoying kind of re-engaging with fandom spaces. So I want to know what you guys think of shinee or Taemin's music, or this album. You can talk about anything you want under here, you know, totally fine. Yeah, we'll go ahead and end it there. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. And of course, you can go over to my Patreon, where I don't have much there at all. So, you know, I don't know if it's worth your money to go over there now, but eventually I'll have a pretty good library over there for stuff, reactions. Like I said, I mostly just do TV reactions, mostly sci-fi fantasy related, pop culture related. And then also some Asian dramas, Thai dramas, K dramas, C dramas, J dramas, mostly. I might dip into some, you know, Filipino dramas, or, you know, some other areas. Like I've watched, you know, dramas from a lot of different, you know, countries, not just Asian countries, but a lot of different countries. So I might expand into that eventually, but for now, that'll be mostly the focus of all of my videos. Okay, let's go ahead and end it there, and I'll see you.
Baby, it's whatever. All this ever, but you